Good morning, world. Why did you just have the one? Okay, it just hit me today. So let's see, 40 years ago when I was pregnant and decided to have one child, once he was born, people would say quite often, "You have just the one?" Like we're talking about a milkshake. And I need to have several more. It's incredibly arrogant and rude to do that, to imply that a woman should have more children. And that ties into a lot of things that are happening right now. It's like, who are you to tell me I should have more children? I always thought of having children as a very practical thing, not some romantic. In having my son in Silicon Valley, it's one of the most expensive places to live. I practically came to the decision that it was a very expensive proposition to bring more children into the world, even though I wanted to. The romantic and wonderful part. But, okay, so I decided that. But I could not believe the rudeness of people asking that, even my own family, because no one in the family had only one child. Like, it's such an advantage if you have one in many ways. But I know several people that have not had children. They're around my age, and they're all happy. They travel, they are well endowed financially, and that was their path, and they chose it. Because you hear all this, like, if you don't want to have children, like, a lot of people nowadays are thinking more carefully about it, and they're right. Think carefully about it. It's not a little thing that you can reverse. It's so easy for Roe versus Wade. Oh, you have to have this child. It's like, really? You don't have anything to do with my body or my life. You don't get to decide based on whatever you believe. This is my decision to raise a child. So it's incredibly arrogant for anyone, any country, any gender to say, oh, you're not doing enough by just having one. It's like, yeah, it's a very big thing to get right, to have a child. There's so many ways you can screw it up. That just hit me this morning because I was talking to some young people who had decided they weren't having children, and I'm like, good for you. Because as wonderful as it was and is, it's something you think carefully about. It's not just some random decision you make. It's a huge undertaking, both mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially. So everyone out there, I applaud your choices to decide or not to, because it's very personal. So that's what I needed to say today. Have a wonderful day.